Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Thank you for tuning in today.
And yes, let's introduce the channel. My name is Ehi,
My name is Happy.
and this is the Happy Ehi After channel.
Yes.
So first, we want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been leaving comments, who's been watching our videos, who has been sharing.
Who contact us on Instagram.
Yeah, contacting us on Instagram. We really appreciate those comments. In fact, it has motivated us to know that what we are doing is actually impactful. Even if it's impactful for just one person, we are more than happy. And to know that it's impactful for a lot of people, it's really
Even better.
keeps us going. We appreciate you very much.
On that note, please, if you have not subscribed, please do so. And
Yeah,
click that
if you are stealing,
notification
you are
bell.
watching, you are stealing, you are watching. It's not good now. Just subscribe,
And
you,
share us.
And share. You will know, when people are disturbing you, just recommend, go and watch Happy After. Stop asking me questions about this. Go and watch. So that will also save you some time.
Yeah. What are we talking about, Mr.
So today, I love very much to talk from our own experience.
Yes.
I don't like theory.
Sugarcoat?
I don't like theory. I like to talk what is happening to what is pinching me directly, from direct experience. I'm Mr. Do and talk, not talk without doing. So today, this month, will make it 6 months since we've been homeowners in Canada.
Yes.
Yay! So we've been homeowners for 6 months. I think it's almost the same amount of time we were also renting.
Yes.
Yeah, we also rented for about 6 months.
And he's refused to buy my dream couch.
We're still working towards that. We're not monetized yet. We can't be spending money anyhow. So today, and you see a lot of topics about renting versus owning. Should you rent? Should you own? Is it better to rent? Is it better to own? Blah, blah, blah. You find a lot, especially if you're a newcomer trying to buy a house. You find a lot of people encouraging you to buy. And then you talk to some people and then they're asking you, why are you going to waste your money buying house when you can, rent, blah, blah, blah. So this is just to talk about renting versus owning in our own experience.
Yes.
Right?
And in our own little part of Canada.
Yes, Ottawa, right? And again, this is not financial advice.
We are not licensed to teach you how to use your money.
Yes, we're not licensed to teach you how to use your money. But for educational purposes, we'll be speaking about our own experience and what we think. And we hope it will help you, look for more information or help you guide you in looking for more information. Let me clean my eye. Yeah. So first things first, renting versus owning. First thing I will say is, in today's market, I don't know any market in Canada where it's different, but in Ottawa, in today's market, it is cheaper to rent than to own. That is the first things first. We are paying almost double what we're paying for rent. We're paying that now for mortgage. So it's very much cheaper to rent versus to own. And I know you're asking yourself, so then why are people, what is the point? Why are people buying houses and everything like that? That is the one side. I will talk about another thing about renting. Renting, basically, you pay your rent, you pay your utility bills. Every other thing is not your problem. If there is a damage to the house, if there is
that tornado that hit us.
Yeah. If there's a damage to the house, if something is broken, your washing machine is broken, your dog, like when we're renting, our dryer stopped working. And it turns out because there was a blockage in the vent, it's fried one of the components of the dryer. It took our landlord a couple of weeks to get it fixed, but it wasn't our problem. He got it fixed. He got the duct cleaned. It took care of everything. So if you are renting, anything major happening to the house is your landlord's problem. So you don't have to worry about that, which also, helps with your cost.
Yeah,
right?
You don't have to think about it. It's like somebody else is taking care of everything else.
Yes, you just
All you
have to
do
live
is,
in the house, pay your bills, and then
It's
you are
just a
good.
service.
You are
You're
good
good.
to go. You know.
Although you also have to take care of the house, but that comes naturally, right?
Yeah, that comes naturally. So generally, it is cheaper to rent in terms of the general cost. If we're going to rent a house like we own right now, we wouldn't be paying as much in rent in today's market.
And we had a lot of back and forth about this conversation, about this topic for a while until
Yeah.
we kind of just settled into, oh, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, so that's the first part about renting. Also, renting also gives you that how should I say, a bit more flexibility.
Yeah.
So after your 1 year of rent, your 1 year lease expires, automatically in Ontario the lease becomes month to month. What does that mean? You can decide to leave anytime you like. You just need to give your landlord 60 days notice or so. So that there's that flexibility.
Yeah.
But then if you own the house, you would want to sell it. In fact, you have to sell it in order for you to go somewhere else. Now, in some markets, your house could be gone within 24 hours. But in other markets, there are still some houses that are sitting in the market 2 months, 3 months, depending on the market in which you decide to sell. So the flexibility of renting is also there, the flexibility of renting. So, what else about renting?
About renting. I don't know. You can also, like, you can pick and choose the neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
Like that flexibility.
Yeah,
you
it's
talked
also
about.
part of flexibility.
Yeah.
Like you can see, oh, I saw that nice house. Or I want to move to Alberta, up and go. I want to move to here, you up and go. That flexibility is there for people who value such flexibility.
So how about owning, Mister?
Now, why do people own houses? Or
Why do we?
why did we decide to own a house? One, we did the figures, we computed the figures together and came to the conclusion that as long as owning a house does not significantly impact our ability to save, invest towards our retirement, towards our future, invest towards the future of our kids, then it makes sense to own our property, to own the house, or to work towards owning the house. Because we are paying mortgage, you are actually working towards owning the house. It's not like you have owned
Paying somebody
it.
else's mortgage.
Two, we do not value flexibility. Rather, we value stability.
Yes.
We have kids. We have a young
4-year-old.
We have a 4-year-old and a 13-year-old. Kids who have lived in another country. Finally, we have moved to a country where we have some form of permanence.
Yes.
We value that stability for the kids. Let them know that I went to this school, I graduated here, I grew up here. That is the experience we are pursuing for our kids. And as God will have it for us, we've been able to settle in Ottawa. It's not like in Ottawa we are still unstable.
Passing by.
We've been able to settle in Ottawa. We love Ottawa. What is the best way to ensure stability and control over the neighborhood we live in and the city we live in? Is to own a house, because you're renting. Tomorrow your landlord can say, I need the house for this, or I'm turning the house to this, or I need to sell the property. You will need to move. And in that case, you might even need to move to another neighborhood. But we own our place. No, we are not moving anywhere except we come to the decision to move. Right?
I think it's also important for us because, remember, he's from Nigeria. I'm from Botswana. And we got married and lived in China for however many years. So for us, it's like we've not had that stability, those roots. So we decided, that's why it was really important for us to own our own property
as quickly as
and
possible.
even for the kids, when we told them that this is actually our house, this is your house now, they were happy. Like, our son was so excited that, this is where I'll finally call home.
So we don't value flexibility because flexibility is not so important to us. We're family people. Stability is what we value, and the best way to ensure that stability is to own our property.
Yeah.
That is that about owning. Then the next thing I would say about owning, in as much as we are paying double what we're paying for rent, but we know that we are paying towards owning the property, right? And Canadian tax law is simple. Your primary residence, whatever profit you make on your primary residence, which is the house you are living in, is tax-free. You don't need to pay taxes on it. So I'll give you a scenario. We bought this house for X amount. If after some time we've paid, and oh, the market is great, and we are able to sell it for X plus X amount, right? Whatever we make on it is tax-free. That is money that you keep in your pocket.
Maybe people don't know what tax-free means.
It means the government will not come and slash it. Yeah, for my Nigerian, I think the people watching for me from Nigeria, they'll be asking you, what is this one? What concern tax with your house?
They tax everything.
Yeah, everything is tax. You know, you pay government first before you pay yourself. So that's it. But if your own primary residence, if you can build equity, if the value goes up and you sell, you can access that profit without paying any taxes. Some people sell their houses after 5 years and there's 200,000, 300,000 on top. As long as it's your primary residence, that money goes into your pocket. You don't need to pay taxes on it. Which is a great deal for you. It's a great way of building wealth.
Yeah,
it's a way people have built wealth for themselves. People have, grown there. I don't know any kind of saving you want to do now or any kind of investment you want to do that in the next 5 years will give you $200,000, $200,000 or $300,000. But there are people, like the person we bought this house from, if it was their primary residence, they were going to put almost 300,000 in their pocket, and they bought this house in 2019 and sold it in 2022, right? So I don't know any business you want to do between 2019 and 2022 that you want to put 300,000 in your pocket, maybe except you collect government contracts and you chop the money, but it's what it is.
Things don't work like this here.
It's what it is. So these are some of the reasons why people work towards owning their home. So it's now left for you. Like I said in the beginning, what is most important
to you?
Make sure whether you're renting, whether you're owning, it doesn't hamper your ability to save
and live
comfortably, and also invest in your own future for retirement and in the future of your kids. As long as you are achieving that, then you're fine. You shouldn't own a house if at the end of the month you can't even put $10 aside
what
in
is
savings.
that thing, that saying that our friends say?
And you shouldn't be
house poor, house rich.
House rich and cash poor. That is not a very ideal situation. All your earnings goes towards paying your mortgage and bills, and then you have zero savings. That is not a good way to live. In our own experience, that's not a good way to live. So, but if you are also renting, it's cheaper. What is that extra?
What are you using that money for?
That is the question you should ask yourself. All that extra money, what are you using it to achieve? That is what is most important. All right. So this is from our own experience. I hope I've not been able to convince you and not been able to confuse you that it is better to rent or to own.
Long story short, face your front and make your decision.
Know where the shoe is pinching you. Know where the shoe is pinching you. Get as much information for yourself and make a decision. Renting is fine. Owning is fine. Owning and then going to rent is
also fine.
Renting and then going to own and then going to rent is also fine.
It is what it is.
It depends on where
Don't
your
let
journey
anybody
is
put
taking
pressure
you.
on you. Look at yourself.
Avoid pressure. Resist pressure. Resist pressure. Just resist it. Everybody has their own journey. And your journey should meet your own goals, the goals you've set for yourself.
We forgot to talk about, now we are a house owner. Tornado came now and hit us.
It's you. There's nobody to call. There's no landlord to call. You are the landlord, though. Tornado came to remove the sidings of our house. Pa, 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 pa. It's me that was running up and down looking for who will fix it.
How to do it? Who do I
From my
call?
pocket. Now I'm carpenter. I'm a electrician. If you cannot do it by yourself, you pay through your nose.
And they don't play. They
don't play here. It's not Brawasu by the roadside. Hey, Bamilokpe Moshudwa. Bamilokpe, hey, catch you there. Hey, go call Aruna, make it come. You are Moshud, you are Aruna, you are Wasu. It's you that will do everything. You pay, and that will show you the importance of having emergency funds.
Yes,
keeping emergency funds. Who will you run to? You know, these are the things you should keep in mind.
I'm sure somebody's wondering where do we pay insurance then?
Yes, there's insurance. You know, but you don't want, because the thing about insurance is you claim insurance, then the next year they bump up your premium because now you have claimed insurance before. So you want the claim to be actually worth it.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want insurance to come and pay for something now, and then next year they will bump up your premium because you claimed insurance. But of course, the house is insured.
Yes.
If God forbid
severe,
anything happens and it's severe, we'll let the insurance company take care of it because that's why we pay insurance in the first place. But other than that, you fix any small things, any minor things, you find a way to fix it yourself.
Yes.
So that's it. We absolutely enjoy being homeowners. We have enjoyed it. It's been 6 months. The size of our home, the space our kids have to play, the fact that we are more relaxed, we are not looking, oh, maybe that house is bigger, oh, this, that, there's no space, oh, where is space?
Are you sure? I'm still looking.
Even if we're still looking, to get a bigger place. But right now, we are more than fulfilled with the space we have. And we know we own it. And we know which school our daughter will go for primary school. We know which school she will go for secondary school. We know which university she will go to. Our son, we already showed him the university he's going to go to. No excuses. You know, we have everything aligned, planned. Yeah. And this is the kind of stability we've always wanted. This is what we dreamt about. This is what we didn't like China for. Yeah. Because we didn't have such stability. But now we have it, and we are grateful to God for it.
Yes, homeowners, this way.
So that's it, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We always love to bring you information from our own experience, and we hope that it will help you make a better decision for yourself. Don't forget, my name is Ehi.
My name is Happy.
And this is the Happy Ehi After channel. Till we see you next time. Bye.
Adios.